Hey, Chooms. How's that for authenticity? All right. Today we're actually going to be getting to doing some modding, okay? And the way that I'm going to be doing this into introducing the ideas, and it's a way to kind of so you're not just lost in the weeds, okay? I suggest going on to something like Nexus Mods and digging through the Cyberpunk 2077 mods and either find something that's exactly what you want and then you'll replicate that, or find something that's close to what you want and do that, okay? So for my example for today, Change Your Favorite Cars is a phenomenal mod. It's by Damasnik, okay? And what it does is it replaces the mods that V buys or finds in the world that they can own, not the stolen ones. And you can change how they look to better match what you want, okay? That's phenomenal, okay? There's a lot of work here. And at the end of the day, they haven't done all of the vehicles that are available to own, okay? But I want to see how it was done. That seems fair, right? There's two different methods that were employed here, and I know which ones they correspond to. One is the Chevion Emperor 620 Ragnar. I'm going to go ahead and hit manual download on that and grab that file. Okay, give it a second. Doobie-doobie-doop. Okay, it's going to download. I know it is. It's actually already on my hard drive. And I love the Mizutani Shion Coyote. It is my favorite car in the game. Of course, I'm not going to buy that. And so let's go ahead and download that one because I like that one too. Okay, they're going to show two different aspects of changing the vehicle look. Okay, and I'm really just grabbing these so that way I have a hint of how to do it for other cars, and then we'll do it for another car. Okay, so for instance, let's go ahead and just grab any one of these Chevaliers. It doesn't ultimately matter, but I'm going to grab one. Just grab Arasake. That sounds good. Okay, and what I'm looking for is this archive. The PNG is there so that I know what it looks like. And so I'm going to take this and move it into example mods. Okay, great. And then on this one, my favorite Coyote, which you can't get if you want Pan Am to be romanceable, is this Sol reward. I love the way this one looks. Okay, so I'm going to grab that archive and also drag it down to example mods. Okay, now I want to see what's inside of these archives so I know what to search for later. Okay, and so what I'm going to need to do is to do what's called unbundling them. Now I've put them in the same directory here, and so I can unbundle a directory all at once. Okay, I'm going to type unbundle into my CP77 tools -p space, and I can just drag that directory there. Okay, if I don't want to do the whole directory and I just want to do the files one at a time, I can just click on one of them, drag it there, and even if there's multiple, I can hit space and drag another one in there. Awesome. And if I don't set anything else, it'll extract it right into the directory it's currently in. So I'm going to hit enter. It gets to work, gives me percentage. We're all set and done, and then I have these two folders. Okay, now this is where the 010 editor, which I told you guys about, and that alternate CP2077 BT comes into play. Right, let's look at the Mizutani Shion Coyote Sol reward. Okay, when I open that up, there's the base folder, vehicles, appearances, sport, and then there's this .app, which stands for appearance file. I'm going to open that up. Okay, you can open it in any hex editor, right? And you'll get something that looks like this, right? And it's a little something of a nightmare, and it can be intimidating. I know I'm intimidated. I don't know what the hell's going on here. All right, but what's nice is this community built tool here, the CP77CR2W.BT. I'm going to click it, and if it doesn't pop up like that, it might be down here, but I like to drag it up. It breaks down all the contents of this into this nice little hierarchy, which is much more manageable and human understandable. Okay, the ones that we're concerned with, that I found for you, because I spent all this time, will be instruct data. But there's another way for you yourself to discover what the mod author did. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and minimize this. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to unbundle -p most everything that you're going to be dealing with is in base game 4 game data. Okay, I'm going to go -W because I want to filter out and search for only certain files here. And I'm going to go ahead and if I back this up, it looks like vehicles is probably going to be the best thing if I'm going to do a lot of vehicles. So I'm going to type the word vehicles here, put another star there. Why? I don't know, just because. And I need it to output somewhere. And where I want to output these vanilla files is in my extracts folder, because vanilla extracts is a joke that I think is hilarious. Okay, I'm going to hit enter. It's going to find somewhere around like 11,000, different bundles to extract. And it takes a hot minute to open up everything. Okay, what's nice is you do get to see the progress, which is fantastic. And if I go into extracts base, we start seeing that there's all kinds of folders. I'm going to follow the exact same path that the other Mizutani files found out, which is in vehicles, appearances, sport, and I don't have the Nomad one yet, so we're just going to wait. Listen to some more Ricky Summer. Dance break. I'm not editing the video. Screw you, hippie. Oh God, it's so slow. We don't have it yet. Dad dance. Dad dance. I should have done something more targeted. File extracted. Alright, let's pop that open. Okay. Now, if you'll notice, I'm keeping my windows situated in the same sort of places. I like to find a thing that works for me, and then I always stick with it. So find a thing that works for you and stick with it. Okay. The file that I just opened up is still in this hex dump. I like those to be on the left. And so I'm going to take this other file, and I'm going to right-click it and go to Move to New Vertical Tab Group. So it moves it over. This is where I do my editing. This is where I do my looking. Okay. I'm going to apply that same template to this guy right here. And now I've got these two templates. Now I could go bit by bit by bit by bit by bit and try to discover what's different in the two files. Okay. The other thing I can do is under Tools, go to Compare Files. Okay. File A, I can click from the drop down here. And it's hard to tell which is which, but I'm just going to click the first one and I'll click the second one here. And I will hit Compare. Are we good? All right. And if I make this embiggen this, come on, embiggen. There we go. We can find addresses where there are differences. Okay. 2D82, 2D92. So I'm going to write those down. 2D82, 2D92, 36BD. Awesome, right? I'm going to go ahead and close this comparison. I am going to remove this. This is example mod, so it's the one I'm. Okay, can we get this to move to previous tab group? There we go. You there, move over. Okay, back to the situation I like. So now I wrote down addresses 2D82. There's an H after it, but I don't care about that. And so I can scroll here until I find it. Or what I can do, which is usually more helpful, is I start clicking on these things, and it highlights the chunks of code that correspond to those addresses. And so 2D82 is not quite in CNAMEs, but it's in files, right? And so if I continue to scroll, and I find where is 2D82, almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there. Boop, we're there, right? If we look at it, it's a player2d.bxm and it points somewhere. So let's look at what this is here. So that's my CR2W import 57 in the files. CR2W import 57. All right, let's embiggen this. And let's look at what this one is. See, this points to player 01D, and now it points to player 02D. So I can see that it's pointed to a different file. Okay. And this trend follows through here with the underscore M. The .xbm is a texture file. Okay, but with the underscore M, sees player 1, player 2, and that's again where there's a difference. And then the last difference is at 36BD, which, whoops, we'll do the scroll method, that'll be better. 36BD is in the thing I'm in right now, which is data. Let's open up the data. 36BD is inside this player 01 definition. Pop that open. It's actually going to be right here under buffer number. Okay. You see 36B0 and then BDBE. Okay, so it's right there. Now, I'll give you a hint here. There's actually only a very few things we have to change. This mod changes a few too many files. But what we've just learned is how to take an effect that we see in an existing mod to find the files that it edits, like how to get a hold of them, and then to look through with this hex editor here and find what has been changed. Okay, pretty cool. I want to do it for a vehicle that is not covered in that mod, so let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so I'm going to minimize this. We're going to make a mod right now in like 4.86 seconds. It's going to take much longer than that. Okay, so let's go to the standard vehicles. If you look around, you'll see, and there's the quartz basics. I like the quartz. It's cute. Okay, great. All right, and I'm going to copy that file, and I'm also going to open it. Okay, this one's in my extracts folder, so it's not going to be edited. It's the one I'm going to read. Let's go back to the folder. Okay, I am going to make this big so we can look at the path really well. I'm going to go into my mods. Now, I can have any number of subfolders here that name things in different ways. Okay, I'm going to call this mod Coots Archer Quartz. Okay, I'm going to open this up. Now, the next directory I need is base. The next directory I need is vehicles. I know this because I did a bunch of these, so I have these memorized. The next is appearances. And then finally a directory called standard. And I'm going to paste the file that I copied there. It's going to have the exact same name, and I'm going to pop it open. So now I have two of them. Okay, this is the one I'm going to edit. I'm going to move it over to the right. I'm going to apply the template to both of them. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to take the one I'm not editing. I'm going to open it up. I'm just going to go to data, and I see that all these appearance definitions. Okay, give you a hint right now. Anyone that says burnt, that's a destroyed car. Don't bother looking into that one. Okay, but what you want to look for here, any one of them that's named player 01, that's the vehicle that you can buy. And then sometimes there are other names. You can kind of figure out what's going on with them by knowing about the game and then looking in these and checking the names. But there's one in particular I think is really cool here. We've got a Mox version. Okay, and so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pop this open. I'm going to go to player 01. I'm going to right click and go expand all children of node. I don't actually have to expand them all, but it's just nice to kind of blow it out in all of its ugly glory. And we're going to do the same thing here to the Mox one. All right, let's scroll. Now, the important bits are not what it's named. Don't want anything of that. As a matter of fact, I need this name to stay player. Okay, otherwise it won't know to use it for the player car. The mesh is of critical importance. That's the geometry for the car, and it tells the game, hey, this is how you're going to paint it with the textures, and that's really what we're after here. Okay, so I can see right here my proxy mesh is 83. This one is 137. I'm going to click here and just type 83. And it should update it here to match this one right here, which is the urban_1 mesh. Awesome. Okay, I can now close that up. The next thing that's of critical importance here is the serialization deferred data buffer. Right? That's where all of the resources that this uses comes from. This buffer. This one is 32. If I look here, This one is 24. Okay. So I'm going to take this 32. I'm going to replace it with a 24 and hit enter. And then I'm going to save this file. Cool. I'm going to do, whoops, let's minimize that. One bit of bookkeeping here. Instead of just arbitrarily calling this, I wrote mad, mod Coots Archer Quartz, I'm going to call it mod Coots Archer Quartz mocks. So now I know what it looks like. Okay. There are other things you can do. Like I usually like to look at, close, all the appearances that are available. And I'll just copy paste this directory structure over and over again, name them all appropriately, and then edit each one and just do a save as and that kind of thing. Okay. Okay. So we are at the point now where we've written the mod, but we can't make the game use it yet. All right. What's important here is this directory structure from base on in. And so the directory that's above it, this is sort of like it's a critical directory. It's the one that we're going to use to wrap up everything. Okay. So inside CP tools, I'm going to pack. Who am I going to pack? I'm going to pack this folder right here. Whatever folder you choose, the next folder inside of it has to be base. Okay. I'm not going to output it anywhere, do anything special. I'm just going to go ahead and enter. Please fill in an input path. It did. What the hell is going on there? I don't know why. Oh, because I hit space. That's why. And now I have a packed archive. Cool, huh? I can come back here, back up to PC, go to patch. Okay. I was testing something last night. Let's go ahead and put the mocks one right in there. And it's there. So the next thing we have to do is to see if it's implemented in game. So I'm going to start up the game. I'm going to summon my Archer Quartz. We're going to see that it looks considerably different. I'm not going to do any cutaways so that you completely believe. You can see I've spent way too much time on this game. 258 hours and 49 minutes. Yeah. Winter break. What can I say? I start teaching again very soon, and so my hours accruement is going to go through the floor there. Come on, you can do it. Go faster than this. Slap. 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 So we are going to load up. Oh, lovely. I'm already in it. Let's go ahead and load up a save room. I'm not already in the car. Spoilers. Minor spoilers. Oh, I was riding motorcycles. I was testing top speeds. That's right. Okay, let's go V. Let's call in my quartz. It's coming. And we can see that's definitely not the black and orange of the default quartz. It's got a different exterior. It's got a different interior. Which it's got an interior that's appropriate to the design because it pulls everything it needs from that appearance file. Okay, I'm not looking at where I'm going. I'm just holding down keys on my keyboard. This is not a playing video. I hope that makes you happy. All right. Fuck out of here. Oh, I should have said that word. Oh no! Demonetized for videos that will never get monetized. I will show you a couple other things next video.